Margaret of Austria was a queen consort of the Romans chapters 1225–35, titular Duchesses of Austria in 1252–60, and Queen Consort of Bohemia 1253–60. She was the eldest daughter of Leopold VI, Duke of Austria, and Theodora Angelina, a member of the Byzantine Imperial family. First marriage. In Nuremberg, on 29 November 1225, the 21-year-old Margaret married the 14-year-old Henry, king-elect of Germany and eldest son of Emperor Frederick II. Her coronation took place on 23 March 1227 in Aachen. King Henry and Queen Margaret had two short-lived sons, Henry and Frederick. In 1235, Henry rebelled against his father, but was defeated and dethroned. Confined in several castles in Apulia, he died possibly on 12 February 1242 after a fall from his horse, in a possible attempted suicide. In the meanwhile, Margaret moved to Würzburg, where she lived in seclusion in the Marquis cloister. Claim to Austria and Styria. Margaret's brother Frederick II, Duke of Austria, last duke from the Babenberg dynasty, died childless in the Battle of Leitha, leaving a succession crisis. The two principal claimants over the succession in the Duchies of Austria and Styria were the husbands of two women, the husband of Margaret and the husband of Margaret's niece Gertrude, who claimed primogeniture as the only daughter of Henry of Modena, the eldest brother of Duke Frederick II. Wenceslaus I, King of Bohemia, wanted to take control over the duchies by the wedding of his eldest son and heir, Vladislav, with Gertrude. The couple were proclaimed Duke and Duchesses of Austria, but Vladislav died in the following year. The next ruler of Austria was Gertrude's second husband, Hermann V. Margrave of Baden, who died in 1250, leaving Austria and Styria without a ruler again. Second marriage. The Austrian aristocracy offered the government of the duchies to Ottokar, second son and new heir apparent of King Wenceslaus I. However, one condition was imposed by the nobles. Ottokar could only take control of Austria and Styria if he married one of the Babenberg heiresses. Ottokar refused to marry his brother's widow, such marriage being prohibited by the Book of Leviticus, and decided to marry Margaret, 26 years his senior. The ceremony took place on the 11th of February 1252 in the castle chapel of Hainburg an der Donau. Ottokar acquired the imperial privileges sealed with a golden bull on the basis of the Privilegium Minus, which legitimized his claim over the duchies of Austria and Styria, since Margaret was the heiress of the last duke by proximity of blood. Thereby she transferred the government of the duchies to Austria and Styria to her husband, Pope Innocent IV, who had previously changed sides several times between Gertrude and Margaret, confirmed the lawful government of Margaret and Ottokar over both duchies on 6 May 1252. Bohemian administrators ruled the duchies in the names. Later life. 1 year later, on 23 September 1253, King Wenceslaus I died, and Ottokar and Margaret became King and Queen of Bohemia. By this time, it was evident that Margaret, already 50 years old, would not bear children. King Ottokar II tried to gain from the Pope the recognition of the illegitimate son whom he had with Agnes of Coenring, one of Margaret's ladies-in-waiting, as his lawful successor. After the Pope refused this, in 1261 the king obtained the annulment of his marriage with Margaret. The repudiated queen left Bohemia and returned to Austria, settled her residence in Camp, spending the winters in Krems. Ottokar II kept Austria, Styria, Carinthia, and Carniola, claiming to be the heir designated by Margaret in the divorce settlement. He held the duchies until deposed by King Rudolf I of Germany in 1276. After the annulment she was called Romanorum Quondam Regina. However, she maintained the title Duchess of Austria Aesteri. In 1266 she changed her title to Quondam Filia Leopold Illustris Ducas Austria Aesteri a Romanorum Regina as a reference to her father. Prior to her death, she chose the Lilienfeld Abbey as her burial place. The date of her death is controversial. Some sources state 1266, while others state 12 October 1267 as the real date. According to her wish, she was buried in the Lilienfeld Abbey next to her father. Ancestry.